Live.
Welcome everybody to Thursday Night Shift. Thanks for being here. We're excited you're here. I see a lot of familiar faces. Once again, ready to rock and roll your business. Tonight, wham, bam, don't social spam me in my business because hello, you don't want to be that person in the graphic that I posted. Terrible. We've all ran across those kind of people. So tonight's question that we're going to open with, and each superstar director, hey Michaela, glad you're here. Each superstar director is going to answer what platform that they are currently consistent in and confident in, and which one would they like to get better at. And I'll answer my first one. My consistent, confident platform, Facebook. My toe is in the water, just my little baby toe, and I want to learn Instagram.
I'll go last. Callie, you go.
All right, so I will go next. So I would say probably I'm most consistent more with like my team stuff, right? Versus my personal business, but definitely always looking to do better, and my platform of preference is Instagram.
I'll go. I'm pretty good on the face blabber, and I'm getting better on the Instagram, but I need a lot of work on the Instagram, but I'm getting there.
Yeah, you are.
So I'm gonna go with the theme. Same thing. I do okay on Facebook, and I have been doing my stories, and they're so interesting, let me tell you. So it's kind of fun, but I try to make sure that I do it every single day. I do something. I don't do only SCENTSY, but yes, I am learning, and it's, guys, just try it.
Is Melissa here? There she is.
I'm here. So I wish I could say I was excellent and consistent at all the platforms, but I would say I am terrible and not consistent with all the platforms. So if I had, I think Instagram's been on my to-do list for 6 years, or maybe 4 years. I always say I'm going to do it, and I always am I was actually just talking to somebody today, a superstar director who is very good at Instagram, and it wasn't Jill, because Jill's amazing at Instagram. But I was talking to her, and she said, I said, my problem is I want to use stories, but my brain is not trained to stop what I'm doing and post on social media and then continue what I'm doing. I suffer from such ADD as it is that I see a squirrel in every direction. If I stopped doing what I was doing to just quickly post on social.
Oops.
Oh, wait, hold on. You have a great thought, Melissa, except you're muted.
Sorry, I was muting someone else. I've been stinking at producing lately. Can she unmute herself? Hold on.
I unmuted.
There, sorry. So sorry. It was
so I would pick up my phone. I'm doing something, I'm working. I'd pick up my phone to put it on my story, and you know what would happen? I'd see a notification on my phone, and I'd click on it, and the next thing I know, I'm 7 pages over on Facebook looking at somebody's first day of school kids. So my intentions are there, but I stink at it. And so I'm hoping one of these days it'll click.
Yeah, is JP on here? Jamie. I don't know if she was joining because she's at a football game.
Yeah, I think her kids had football tonight.
Okay, I just want to make sure. All right, Jill.
So me, this whole social media whirlwind started for me 11 years ago. When I started my SCENTSY journey, it just kind of clicked. I'll tell you guys, it clicked for me that I could connect with people when I first saw, and some of you are probably too young, but a lot of you are my age, when I first saw the AOL chat box pop up, and I realized that we could talk to people that weren't in our house and it wasn't connected to a rotary phone. That's when it kind of clicked for me that we could connect to everybody. And I love that we started with this because I tried to be everywhere. I tried to learn all the platforms. I tried, you know, my blog was going, and YouTube, and I knew we had to be, and then live, you know, Instagram and Facebook Facebook was there, MySpace, right? And then Facebook popped up, and then Instagram popped up, and then Meerkat live streaming popped up. You guys, back when we started this, there was no Facebook groups. It was just Facebook. There was no Facebook group. There was no Facebook pages. There was none of that. We had Facebook personal profiles, and all of us were so excited because we didn't have to figure out a code to have a background like in MySpace, if you guys are that old and remember all of that. So I had a mentor for a long time, and she said, in everything you do, whether it's business, whether it's hobbies, and same as social media, be one where you enjoy really, really well, instead of trying to be all over the place at 10%. So I wrote a list of all the social media platforms, and I said to myself, what don't I enjoy doing and what do I enjoy doing? Because the first rule of thumb, you guys, and I'm just going to start in, I hope that's kind of where we're going with this. Okay. The first rule of thumb, you guys, is you're not going to be consistent with anything if you don't enjoy it. We all tell ourselves that we're going to, right? But it ends up being, there's a whole book on it, Eat That Frog, right? Do all the things that you want to get done first so that you don't dread them. I wrote all this list out, and I put them in order of the most enjoyment. And I found that I really wanted to be on YouTube when it was blowing up, but I found that I was overthinking it, and I hated editing video, and it took too long, and I just didn't enjoy it. And I was trying to like sporadically throw a video up there. Nothing's really going to take off on any platform if you don't consistently make it a priority every single day. So I cut out all of that and decided to start where I needed to, which was Facebook wasn't my favorite, but I know it is your number one place that we should all be. And I'm going to explain why in that. And then my number one favorite place that I am every single day, and you guys are probably seeing it, is Instagram. I feel like Instagram is the easiest. And we're going to talk about a little bit what Melissa talked about as far as how to get your brain in that mindset and why you should. But Instagram's the most fun for me. One, it's got all of the things that I enjoy in one place, which means you can do longer than 10-minute videos on Instagram. So if you have a quick how-to, or you're doing a certain hobby, or you're showing people how to make something and it's longer than 10 minutes, plop your phone up, show them how to. You can put it on YouTube, and you can also put it on Instagram. And anything live or videos like that is going to do very, very well. So you've got live streaming where you turn it on and you can have that interaction right away, just like Facebook Live, right? So if you've got the type of tripod that I shared with Heather, I think Callie has one now, and you have two devices, you can be live in your Facebook page, and you can be live on your Instagram feed at once, and you can have that interaction. And something that you should know is anytime there's interaction on an account, let's say Facebook Live or Instagram Live, why it does so well is because if you're getting people to interact with you back and forth, yes, no, I don't know, ask questions, people are commenting, it's telling Instagram and Facebook that your account is doing stuff. Rather than when you guys post a marketing flyer, or even a picture of yourself, you don't get that much interaction, right? Because people are like, yeah, I see it. Okay, there's nothing to really motivate them to interact on that picture unless it's something that they want to give their opinion about. But if you're live or you're in a video and you're talking about something, people's general reaction is to talk back and forth to you, or I love your background, or how much is that? Or, oh, I love that too. Or I did that. Like, people will talk to you. So every time there's an interaction on these platforms, you're almost getting, I describe it to my team as almost a point system. So your goal is to get people to interact with you any way that you can. And this is why this is big on Instagram. But I'm going to talk about social in general, so that you guys understand what you should be posting, what you shouldn't be posting. Why I love Instagram is because it gave me the chance when they came out with stories, which I love, to do quick, easy videos without having to edit or think about it or look perfect or be perfect or have the perfect background or the perfect lighting or any of that. I could just be myself, share snippets of my life, my SCENTSY life, behind the scenes, in my office, my dogs, my vacations, all of that stuff. And people want to see that. Believe it or not, the first trick to all of this is believing that every single one of you, 107 guys, 43 to 150, all 107 of you and everyone watching the replay have something going on in your life that people want to know about. I don't care if it's the tea that you drink or the road that you drive to school or how you set your car up or what your kids are doing for homeschooling or how you knit a blanket or how you feed your dogs or how you arrange things on your desk or what food you're eating. You all have something that you can offer someone out there that wants to know more about what you're doing. And that's the first key to all of this, because all of you are probably sitting right there. I would get on Instagram, but I have nothing to share. I must hear that 1,000 times a day. And I'm here to tell you all right now that there's something that you do in your world that I'm sure I'd go, oh my God, tell me more about that. Or, oh my God, show me your closet again. Or show me how you organize your pencils. Or, hey, how did you take that wax out of the warmer? There's something that you're doing that people want to know about. That's why Instagram's so amazing on stories, because you have the chance to get people to know the real you, to see what your Scentsy life is like, to see what your life is like in general, to get a quick tip or a trick. All of that stuff allows you to connect with people and find what I'm going to talk about is connectors. How can you connect with people outside of Scentsy? Because that's really what is going to get people to buy from you, host a party with you, or ultimately join your team, is all of the other things that you're connecting with them then. So a light bulb should go off right now, right? How can I get people to connect with me if all I'm doing is posting what's for sale or a join promo, which a lot of us are. If I go to 100 Scentsy pages right now, guaranteed their whole account is all about what they're selling, what they got in their box, or a join promo. And that's the exact opposite of what you should be sharing. It's social media. And Callie reminded me of this tonight, what I'm going to share with you guys. I know you've heard it a million times. I'm going to say it a million more. It's social media, not sell me something media. Even though it's counterintuitive, because I don't know if you noticed, but every story that you see, for every 3 stories, there will be an ad. And you guys can go check it right now. Like, you'll click through people's stories or you'll swipe. For every 3rd story, Instagram's placing an ad in there. So I know it seems like sales media, but unless you're doing sponsoring ads, you want to do the exact opposite of that, because people don't want to be sold to. They're going to choose you first and then what you sell. And I'm going to give you some amazing examples of this, of why that happens all the time is, you guys, a lot of times we'll be on Instagram, we'll scrolling and we're like, oh, that product looks really cool. Or how many t-shirts do we see that I buy? Like, oh, I need that t-shirt and I need that t-shirt and I need that t-shirt. Right. But people don't want to be sold to, especially by direct sellers. They really don't. They want to get to know us first. And so if you don't show up on these platforms, how can people get to know you? Because they're never going to have an emotional connection to a bar. So you can't see my face. And if I'm not talking, and if this is all I post, you're going to go, I don't really know what that is. I don't know what it smells like. I don't know what it does. I don't know who she is. Like, there's no emotional connection there. But if I do a quick video and I'm on here going, oh my God, I haven't even watched this movie before, but it's Jack Skelling something. And this bar is awesome. And it smells so good. And you guys have to smell it. And you need it in your house, in your kitchen. You're automatically like, she's a freaking nut. And I don't know why she likes it, but I'm going to buy it anyway. There's the difference. And that's why I want to really explain. That's why I want you to see the difference between why we preach that marketing flyers aren't for social media. They're not. Like, if you go to your Instagram accounts right now, every now and then I'll post one in my Facebook VIP group. If there's a special or a promo or something like that. But in general, I don't post, you guys all muted, okay. I don't post marketing flyers anywhere, because I ask myself all the time when I'm posting, if I was scrolling on this, would I stop? And a lot of times we don't. That's why TikTok's so popular now. That's why Reels is so popular, because you don't really stop. And you can go in your accounts and really pay attention to where you stop and who you're stopping on. You're stopping on videos. Even if you can't hear the music, you're seeing different products and stuff, and you're seeing someone use it, or they're putting it up in the camera, or they're displaying it. That's when you stop. It's on a video. It's not just like, hey, this cool, and I just bought it the other day. That's why it's on the top of my head. It was a dish sink holder. It doesn't even fit in my sink. But because they displayed it and they showed all the cool sponges sitting in it, I bought it. But if it was just a picture of it, I probably wouldn't have bought it at all. So you have to pay attention and ask yourself, I'm about to post this flyer. Take your emotion out of it. Take the fact that you have a Scentsy business. Would you stop on that marketing flyer? Forget that you love the 3 bars that are coming in the fall pack or whatever, because you love Scentsy and you're in your Scentsy bubble. But with the average person who never has heard about Scentsy, who's never tried it, who has no clue about home office, Heidi and Orville, anything that goes along with it, with the average person, stop on a picture of 3 bars that are cropped into a graphic that say buy, or 5 bars, buy 5, get 1 free. Buy 5 of what? In our world, it seems normal. Buy 5, get 1 free. You know, buy 5, get 1 free. Everyone knows buy 5, get 1 free. But the average person, the everyday person that you're trying to attract on social media, has no idea what buy 5 of these things is. They don't even know what it is. So you always have to think about, what would you do in person? Whatever you would do in person, you wouldn't grab 5 bars and run up to someone you didn't know, right? And say, hey, buy 5, get 1 free. And people would be like, what is wrong with this person? Who the heck, what is that? What, you would never do that. So whatever you would do in person is what I want you to think about, is what you do on social. So how this works better is, the first way is, of course, with your flyers or with your pictures, put a really good description, you know, and put a description as if you would be talking. You know, I always like, oh my God, my living room smells so good. It smells like someone just dumped a bucket of apples and someone stepped on them with their feet, and it smells just like, I'm just using Cindy as an example. Like, yeah, what is that? So if you were asking that, I don't know, but I'm just using these things as an example. When you're giving a description, you're writing it out. It needs to be very in depth so people can actually picture what that fragrance would be like, or how it's affecting you. This is why video and hearing your voice, or doing little descriptive videos of what things are easier for people to connect with, because they can go, oh, that must smell so good. It smells like, and she's sniffing it and it smells amazing. That's why I always tell my team, go do quick videos in your VIP group. Let them see your face, show them how things work. Because if you just post a picture, it doesn't really do anything for people, especially in the home decor fragrance category. This is why I love Instagram. If I was to suggest any platform for you guys besides Facebook, and I'm going to describe Facebook, each area that you should be in just a minute, it would be to start playing around with Instagram. If you haven't, I don't know if they're still up, or when they're going to put them on the training center, but I did a whole 30-minute training on breaking down Instagram and what you should be posting where and where you should be spending time. But even if you're not good at taking pictures and making things look a certain way inside your account, you can click on stories. Stories are up here in the corner. You simply press your face. Your stories will pop up. You click again, your little face in the corner, and there's the video that you can start. Tonight, I can literally take a picture of you guys and then do a little caption and say, love training with these guys on Thursday night shift. And that gives everyone a sneak peek at the training we do. These are the connectors, right? These are the different things that you're showing people a sneak peek behind the scenes, what you're doing so that people go, oh, what is that training? Or what is she doing? People are watching you. They're watching to see what you do. And if it's always, I have this for sale, I have that for sale, I have this for sale, I have that for sale, they'll tune you out, because people don't want to be sold to, but we love being influenced. And there's a difference. The difference between being influenced and being sold. The difference between being influenced and being sold to is me going, hey guys, I have this warmer for sale and it's $40. And if you want one, message me. Or, hey everyone, I'm trying to reach this goal and I would love for you to purchase from me. That's being sold to. But if I get onto and say, I don't even have anything. If I get onto, I'm just going to keep using this bar. If I get on here and say, oh my gosh, I just got my Jack's Obsession bar and I popped off 2 cubes and I dropped it in my Scentsy warmer and it smells so good. It smells like warm apple cider. Or when I used to walk into this apple orchard place in Maine, oh my God, it smells amazing. Then people are like, oh, what? So you see the difference is I'm not really telling people to buy what I have, but people will buy what you have, because that's when we're all salespeople. I love when people say, I don't want to sell. You don't have to. You're influencing people every single day in everything you do, in everything you post. when you go buy a new couch, when you go buy a new car, when you got something off Amazon, even if you're not with our SCENTSY family, you're posting that you got something and people are commenting below, where'd you get that? Oh, I have one like that. Oh, I love mine too. We're influencing people all day long in everything we do, in everything we buy, in schools we send our kids to, in play dates that we go to, birthday places that we have our kids at, playgrounds that we buy, like everything that we do, we're influencing people. And that's what you want to turn. That's the way you want to go. A lot of times we join these companies and our immediate mindset is that, oh, I have to tell everyone that I'm selling this, I'm selling this, I'm selling this. But if you lean more towards sharing how much you love something and how much you use it every day in your life, and in a little bit, we're going to share a list with you guys and how we share what we're using every day as far as the products and how you can strategically plan your party so that you're getting some of these products to show people, which is what you should be doing. That's what you want to focus on. That's why stories is so great, because you don't need to plan it. You don't need to strategically do a calendar. You just have to get what Melissa was talking about is social media or Instagram mindset. I could do a whole other training on YouTube. I mean, and I'll touch real quick on that. And I'm going to go back to Facebook and Instagram. But if you're not doing edited videos, guys, simple ways to do how-to YouTube videos that you can start your YouTube channel today. One, record your Zooms just like this. Put yourself on the screen, do your training, upload it to YouTube, put a cute little graphic on there that you can create in Canva, and boom, you have a video. If that's what it takes to get you consistent, do that. You know, you don't have to be perfect. This doesn't have to be like a full-on studio. And just so you guys know, and I want to give a few tips on this, is you can turn Zoom on. It can just be you on camera. You click record. You say how to do host coaching, how to pack a basket party, how to knit a sweater. I don't care what it is, because if you're branding yourself, like my YouTube page is called Jilleysue. It's everything about business, social, home decor, whatever. And you can do YouTube videos all day long. They can be 5 minutes long. It can be, Sally's 5-Minute Friday. And every Friday you commit to doing a 5-minute how-to on something. And then you can organize them in playlists. But if even that's too extreme and you're doing team calls for your team, right now we're recording this. Where does it go right after? We upload it. We put it on YouTube. Each one of us grabs the link. It goes on each of our YouTube channels, and boom, there we have the ability for people to find us. And what does that do? They get to decide, hey, I saw your YouTube training. I love that you're connected with all these leaders and all these people. I want to be a part of that. I'd like to know more about joining your team. It's that simple. Really, what I was doing, don't be a Jilleysue, is in the beginning thinking I had to have iMovie and edit everything and have scroll-ins and lighting and all these things. So I did nothing. But you guys, now with Zoom and everything, it's as quick as doing a team training, a Zoom call. You can even ask some of your coaching. I mean, so if you're doing coaching calls with your team and it's on something specific, you can say, hey, do you mind if I record this? Let's get on here. If it can help someone else, upload it to your YouTube page, and boom. Commit to a day that you do one YouTube video a week. That's what I've tried to do. Like every Tuesday I upload a YouTube video. That's going to help you get consistent. Twitter, and that's more for everyday conversation. So that's why I always go back to Facebook and Instagram, because I think it's the easiest for people to get consistent with. If we're all on Facebook, one of the easy ways, a lot of questions I get is, do I need a VIP group? Do I need a business page? Should I post everything on my personal page? Here's a rule of thumb. And I shared this in one of my videos. I think Jen shared it with our big group multiple times. Is there's 3 places you should be on Facebook. We all have a personal page, right? That's consider that your house. That's your house. It has a door. It has windows. Who do you let in your house? People you know, or people you invite in, which is your family and your friends. Okay. So what would you do in person? If family and friends were coming to your house, would you have them knock on the door and then a button presses and this great big banner falls down and it says, hey, I'm a SCENTSY consultant, buy my stuff? Probably not, right? You'd have them come in, sit down, hang out. How the kids? Want a glass of wine? Hey, let's watch some football. Here's some appetizers. You wouldn't bring out a tray of SCENTSY and shove it in their face. You'd probably say, hey, come see how I redid my new office, or what are you doing for work now? Or when they walk in your house, they're going to say, what is that smell? It smells amazing. And what are all these lights on? And what's that smoke coming from that pretty thing over there? Then you have them come in. Then you start having them talk. Then you start having them ask you questions. That's your house. Your house is for your friends and your family, acquaintances that you've had a relationship with, as far as a conversation, a message, any of that stuff. When it comes to your personal page, I have my personal page on public. Why? Because a lot of my Scentsy journey, not what I'm selling, is on my personal page. I have it personal because I do not accept every friend request. I accept the friend requests of people that I've had a conversation with, I've met, I've talked to face-to-face, or I've helped them on Instagram, or if they've said something about watching my training, we've had a conversation. What happens is when you click yes to, I accept this friend request, you basically just said yes to having their Facebook, their business advertising in your house. You know, because what's going to happen if you accept every Scentsy friend request or every direct sales friend request or everyone that has a business and you've never talked to them? All of your feed is going to be current consultants or people, I mean, your team, yes, but current consultants that you've never talked to. And guess what? Those current consultants are not going to join your team. They're not going to buy from you because they're already Scentsy consultants. So why have them in the valuable real estate of your everyday feed, which is the feed of your home? You want that friends, family, acquaintances, business contacts, your team, your customers. You want to be able to interact with those people, not have it bogged down by, and this isn't to be mean. It's just, it doesn't make sense to have all these people that you don't know on your personal feed, because there's only so many hours in the day. And if you're trying to use the day to make contacts with people who could buy from you, host from you, join your team, then you want your feed full of people that you can interact with. And I don't mean, hey, Sally Sue, nice to see you. Want to buy something? I mean, have everyday conversations and check-ins. Hey, how's it going? Hey, I see Sally started school today. You want to spend your time having those conversations so you can build relationships. So here's your personal permission slip that you don't have to accept every friend request. If your page is on public, then if they just go and follow you or you delete the request, they'll automatically be uploaded into the follow category. Now, if you have children, I get it. If you don't want everything on public, totally get it. But if your profile's on public, this will allow you to choose when you upload a picture who sees it. So there's that little drop down where you can keep the little world on there, and that'll be public, or you can click just friends, or you can click just friends except these people. So if you have, your child starting school, you don't want people to see what school they're at, or you don't want them to see that they're home with a babysitter or whatever case, you just click the picture and you click only friends or only family. But all of your Scentsy journey, or when you hit a milestone, or people are congratulating you, or you're promoted, you want that stuff on public. You want that stuff so people can see you, so people can be like, hey, what's she doing? Oh, she got a paycheck today. Woo, that's cool. Like, you want people to see that. So you want a personal profile. That's how I do mine. That's how I suggest to people. Your profile is your home. Only invite people in that you know and that you've had a relationship with, and don't throw Scentsy in their face the minute they walk in. Just some tips. Business page, yes, you should all have one. This is where people go, why should I have a business page? I have a VIP group. Your business page is your retail shop. So think of it as you got a franchise, and you want people to be able to find you. So if they go on Google and they click Scentsy Coral Springs, I'm going to pop up. My business page is going to pop up. So your business page is your searchable retail spot. That's where people can go to find you. And we'll get into, people always ask me, what do I post on both pages? All of that stuff. So yes, you should have a business page if you want people to find you. There are people that are going to look for Scentsy in their local area. It also allows you to be able to advertise in the marketplace. Yes, you can advertise there as long as you have a link directly to the items you're selling, and you make sure that it's updated so that anything we don't have anymore that you take down. So you need to stay on top of that, and you need to make sure you know the compliance rules. You want to do that. Like, I post in there as far as people joining my team. I post a lot of Disney stuff. I post every time we have a promo in there, then people find it. It shows up. So you want to get very versed in the marketplace. It's really simple. You literally just post a picture. And you can also, if your Facebook page, business page is a dedicated Scentsy page, you can also list your products and you can have them linked to your Instagram account. I don't do that. It's a lot of work. You have to upload every picture. You have to make sure it's up to date. You'd be out of compliance if you left things that were not out of date, all of that stuff. I just haven't had time for it right now, but it's definitely an option if you do. Now, that's a Facebook page, right? Business page. It used to be called a fan page. And then there's the infamous VIP group. Now, your VIP group is, yes, you need one. It is your, I call it the black card, roll out the red carpet. That just blew my mind. Yep. Good. Your VIP group is your black card, roll out the red carpet. When you spend X amount of dollars, you get the VIP treatment, all of that stuff. That's where your VIPs go. That's for exclusively for paying customers, hostesses, or people that are like out of a range of 10, they're at a 9 that they want to join your team. Okay. Those are the only people in there. It's not for every Joe Schmo and Sally Sue that wants to look around. My VIP group, I had it for like 3 years, didn't do anything with it. When I said, I'm going to kind of kick this up a notch, I had 30 people in there, and those 30 people are who purchased from me. And that's how I earned a trip to 2 for Punta Cana for me and my mom. So as Gary Vee always says, you'd rather have 10 paying customers that are engaged with you than 1,000 people that never talk to you and haven't bought a thing. It's not advertise to the masses, you guys. It's roll out the red carpet to the people that are actually engaged and loyal to you. Spoil those people. And also, I can't say enough, if your VIP group is smaller, it gives you a chance to interact with those people more, build those relationships up. You can't take care of 1,000 people. You can't roll out the red carpet and send happy mail to 1,000 people every month. But I promise you, if you take care of the people in your VIP group, I clean it up once a month. If they haven't purchased from me in a year, I either send them a message and say, hey, did you need a new catalog? Do you need some new samples? You haven't purchased in a while. How's your stash doing? If I get no response, I take them out. If they really care and they're like, hey, I'm not in your VIP group anymore, I'm like, cool, let me send you a product brochure, place an order. I'll keep you in here. They know it's exclusive. If they're not purchasing, they're not in there. They're not going to see sneak peeks. They're not going to know what's going on. A lot of times I see consultants get really worried that if they take someone out, that they're going to lose the customer. Guys, they weren't purchasing anyway. If they haven't purchased in a year, they're probably not going to. And if they really wanted to, when you reach out and say, hey, I'm cleaning this up for exclusive only, like, do you need anything? Can I make your mailbox a little happy with some smell goods? Do you need a product brochure? If they respond and they want something, like, leave them in there for 30 days more. But if they don't, they're gone. I took out 60 people the other day because, to be honest with you, it's the same 60 or 70 people that are ordering every 1 to 2 months. And then if you take care of them enough, they're ordering again. Or with all these LTOs, they're ordering again. So focus on those. It doesn't have to be mass quantity. You should never be group adding everybody in there. And a little trick on how I get every customer in my VIP group. Whenever I get a new customer, I send them a message and I say to them, thank you this is a voice message or a video. Thank you so much for your order. I so appreciate it. I love spoiling my new customers. You are going to love the happy mail I send you. Be sure to click this link to my VIP group so that I can get you some happy mail out right away and you can try some new things. And they always click that VIP group and they always join. So I'm going to send them happy mail anyway, but I make them think that they're not going to get it unless they click the VIP group link and then they join in there because they're a new customer. Aaron said there are several people in my VIP group that have never purchased from me, and I actually told by one Sunday that her niece sells SCENTSY, so she'll never buy. So goodbye, click out. Like I just delete them. Like, it should be an exclusive group. This is where I show them the sneak peek of the warmer of the month before anyone else. This is where I tell them like when things are going to launch and before anybody else. Like, none of that stuff is on my personal profile. Take care of the 10 or the 20 or the 50 people in your VIP group. Send them happy mail just because. Send them little samples in the mail just because. Like, treat them like your VIP black card members. And I tell you, and even if they haven't ordered in a couple months, send them a little coupon that says, free shipping on your next order, $5 off, whatever's within your budget. But you can really spoil those 30, 40, 50, 100 people, and you can really build a strong SCENTSY community in there. And those are the people that are going to snap a picture of your happy mail and put it on Instagram. And you can incentivize that. Like, hey, snap a picture when you get your happy mail, because every time your name pops up on Instagram or Facebook stories, that's when people are like, oh, what's she doing? Oh, I want happy mail. Oh, I want some of those samples. So the more you show up is the more people you're going to attract. And I'll go back through the comments in a minute. Something else that I want to say, you can, so what should you be posting your business page versus your VIP group versus your profile? Probably all of us now. It's very rare unless it's a very popular LTO. I know Jen does too. Like if it's something that I know not an everyday Scentsy customer would want, I might post it on my profile. Like, you know, Jack Skellington or a Disney thing. That a lot of those LTOs, you guys, that's how you get new customers, people that might not want the average warmer, but you put the villain warmer up on your personal profile and you're going to grab a couple customers that only like Ursula or only like Mickey. Like those are golden way to get new customers to come aboard and join your Scentsy community. Those things I might put on my personal profile. My business page does not have the same things as my VIP group. My VIP group and your VIP groups should be your written permission slip to post everything Scentsy. Why? Because you ask them, hey, I have a VIP group. It's for sneak peeks and I private message freebies and things you can get and all this stuff. That's just for your VIPs. And so on my business page, I try to post more stuff that's valuable. And so I read a quote the other day and it was great, is if you can do this mind shift as far as what to post on your business page or what to post on Instagram. I hope I can find it real quick. It was something about the goal is not to be successful. The goal is to be valuable. Once you're valuable and giving valuable, instead of chasing success, sales, or the money, everything will attract itself to you. And that's so true. We always say post valuable content, post valuable content. And a lot of consultants that are just getting into business are like, what is valuable content? An easy way to remember is tips, tricks. Tricks could be how to clean your Scentsy diffusers, how to use a cotton cleanup, how to arrange, change things out for the seasons, tips, ideas, entertainment, education, quotes, any of that stuff is value. Anything opposite of buy this thing that I have for sale, anything opposite of that, anything that gives value to people, anything that would tell people, hey, I'm going to follow this business page because she's always posting fun stuff or funny quotes. Like I kind of go with the season on my business page. I post funny stuff about pumpkin spice or people going crazy over pumpkins or funny articles. I stay away from all the negative politics, religion, all of that stuff. That you will always have people that are attracted to that, but for the most part, people will shy away from anything to do. They want an escape, really, I find. So posting things on your business page, my business page is kind of a lifestyle page. It's more about what's happening as far as decor and style and all of that type of thing. And then my VIP group is everything Scentsy for all of the Scentsy addicts in there. And every now and then it'll be a funny or a quote or something to do with decor or styling or any of that. Teresa said, thank you for this. Always nervous about removing people, but they aren't ordering. So why are they in the group? Right. And I send a happy message. And again, a tip is people read things 5 times more harsh than they do via text. That's why voice messenger is so valuable. Cause I say, hey girl, how's your Scentsy stash doing? I see you haven't ordered in a while. You're still in the VIP group. I don't want to bog down your feed. If you don't need anything, I'll remove you. If you need anything ever, just let me know. And they'll usually say, no, I need something or I want something. It's all about delivery. If you make it fun and light and like, I don't care if you stay or not, just, make it always about them. Every post I learned from my mentor should have more you and them instead of words like I, right? So, I just want to make sure I don't bog down your feed. I want to make sure it's the best thing for you. If you enjoy being in there and you like seeing what's up, feel free to stay. I'd love to have you, but you haven't ordered in a while. So I always want to make sure that you don't have a ton of groups and I'm not bogging down everything. And most of the time people want to stay in there. But it's just, and if they're not, you've never heard from them or people have added people, I'm like, delete. If it really matters, they're going to reach out to you and say, hey, I'm not in your VIP group anymore. Almost all of the people that I've ever removed have never asked, hey, I'm not in there. And you know who your people are. So that's kind of, the 3 places. Your home is your profile, your business page is your store, your VIP group is your black card, roll out the red carpet people. Those are your people, guys. And think of it this way. Your VIP group, are your future consultants, really. It may take a lot of, I've had people join after 10 years of just being a VIP with me. And those are just those plants that are a little bit hard, more difficult to grow, right? You got to keep watering them and keep seeding them and keep taking care of them, keep sending them happy mail, keep just letting them know, hey, when you're ready, I'll be here. And there's no pressure. They can continue to be a VIP, but your VIP group truly, most of my new consultants come from my VIP group or my Instagram account. And that's why I love Instagram. If you're going to venture two things so that they can talk about the products and how you should share these things on there, two big pieces of advice is one, Melissa talked about not having that brain, like not being able to pick up your phone. It's called what I call, my mentor called it Instagram brain. It's realizing the value in sharing your world on social media, especially during this pandemic when we're not seeing people. You have, is it 3? I think it's 3 billion people on Instagram. Everyone you could ever want to see is right here. But if you don't show up and show pieces of your world, nobody can see you. You know, it's going to be more than just sharing a piece. So you have to get it into your brain, one, that you have value that you can share. I don't care if it's a soda can. I was just about to say, hey, this isn't LaCroix. I'm drinking a Waterloo. People will go, oh, what's a lot of Waterloo? Oh, it's sparkling water. They sell at Target. You should try it. What does that do, you guys? Just about a simple soda. It starts conversation. I'm not going out like I used to. So if I can post about a dumb Waterloo and someone goes, hey, what is that? What flavor is that? Oh, I love Waterloo. Oh, that's cool. Me too. Hey, where'd you get that? And we start talking. One way or another, SCENTSY can come into that conversation. But if you never post and never share what you're doing, you know, Jen shares her tea stuff all the time or what she's cooking, you know, the Simply Fresh or meals you're doing. Callie shares her keto and stuff that she's doing. And then you add SCENTSY in there. That was the first thing that I was going to add. The second part was, it's just easy to share your world. You don't have to think about how to do the platform or what to do. You can just relax and share what you're doing. And good question. Can you block the creepers who start following you? Yes, just hit block. After a while that stops. It doesn't go on for a long time. Your Instagram account should be public. People can't find you if it's private. You want people to find you. 70 people got the boot. Everyone's booting people out of their Instagram account. It should be 80% your world, your life, your camping trips, your orders that are coming from Amazon, how you're homeschooling your kids. If there's ever been a time to get Instagram or social media brain, it's right now because we're not seeing the world like we used to. And you guys have the potential. The other big thing, and I'll let them go, is engagement is more important than posting. Since May, most of my new customers and new team members have come from me finding people that I connect with on different things. So a lot of times we get caught up in, oh, I need to post today and oh, I need to do this today. You should also spend 30 minutes to an hour a day. Sounds like a lot, but that would be the same amount as it would be if we went out in person, right? If we talked to the lady at the dry cleaning store, if we went to Target and talked to people in the line, if we met someone at the realtor's office, whatever, same thing on Instagram. Spend some time going through and using hashtags to find things. Camping keeps coming to mind because Jen's the first person I see, but if you're into camping or if you're into traveling, search the hashtag like camping in Maine, okay? Look up other people that are doing the same as you. Start clicking on their pictures. Oh, I like that picture. Oh, I like that picture. Oh, I like that picture. What that's going to do is if people start seeing you clicking on their stuff and checking out their accounts, they're going to click on yours and they're going to see what you do. And they're going to kind of check out, oh, what's this SCENTSY thing she does? Oh, she travels here. Then you have conversations. I started searching, I don't even know, mason jars. Great example. I started searching mason jars, mason jar covers. I connected with this wonderful woman who sells mason jar covers, all different colors, and they're great for the summer. So if everyone has a mason jar, you can put these different colors tops on there, and everyone, just like, you know, the rings that go around the wine glasses, they're mason jar tops. So her and I started talking. I ordered a bunch of mason jar covers for her, and I talked to a lot of Etsy people. Etsy people are small business owners just like us. And so whenever you buy something on Etsy, go follow them on Instagram, share their stuff, build that. Every time you buy something, you should be sharing it on Instagram. I have a whole highlight that's local favorites, whether it's restaurants or places I've gone, and I'll answer that real quick too. but she just placed a $321 order just the other day. I placed another order with her. She's been one of my very best VIPs during all of this. She's got a huge following. She, I think has 40 or 50,000 people that follow her. Every time she gets a SCENTSY order from me, she shares it. That's 50,000 people that look at her account. Now she has people coming over to my account that are also buying SCENTSY from me. So that is a great way to find people and connect with people. Do I have 2 separate Instagram accounts, one personal and one business? You don't need to, but I do. I do because, and you can do this however you want. There's not a perfect blueprint. I have a business account because I very much use the business insights. Now, if you have a business SCENTSY account, a business Instagram account, I'm sorry, and you connect it to your Facebook page, all of your stories will and can automatically post to your business page. Where I've been more active now is as my account grew, I couldn't really find my family and friends and my team and my customers. So I also have a personal account that I have on private. It's not strategic. It's not to make my feed look a certain way. It's just to connect with my family, friends, and team. And then whenever I post a story, those stories go to my personal Facebook page, which is what I want, because I don't want necessarily all my business posts to go to my personal page. So I do have 2 separate. You don't have to. My personal page, again, is not strategic. I don't post there every day. I don't make it look a certain way. I don't think about it. It's just if Rob and I are traveling or we went out to eat or something happens and my family and friends want to see, then I post there. I post every day on my SCENTSY, on my business account. I post every day in my Instagram stories every single day. Your team and your customers will mirror what you do. If you don't show up, neither will they. So Instagram is the type of account, Facebook too, where if you don't build traction, if you don't show up every day, mind you, I've also said to my customers and my Instagram followers, on Sundays, I usually dip out. It's football day. Every now and then I'll post 1 or 2, but that's my day. If people know what to expect and they know Sundays I'm not going to post, they don't expect it, but they're right back Monday waiting to see what I posted, what shake I'm making, what tea I'm drinking, what CBD I'm putting in. Like, that's all stuff. And think of your highlights. Your highlights is where you can save your Instagram stories for more than 24 hours. Those are your connectors, guys. If you look at my Instagram account, everything on my highlights are ways that I can connect with other people, whether it's Target, surgery that I had, staycations in Florida, and I use hashtags so that people can find me so that I can build those connections. But all of these guys are going to share with you products and ways that they've actually used on Instagram stories and on Facebook so that people find them and they're having success. So I know I took up a lot. I tried to cram in a lot. So I hope this helped you guys, and I'll let them take it away and I'll try to answer some of your questions in the chat.
And Jill does a really good job doing a big picture overview of social media, and it's a lot because she's good at it. And so and I'm right there with you. I'm like, my head is spinning. I have 100 ideas. I have a million things I want to do. How do I clean up my VIP page? And oh my gosh, my Facebook page has been private this whole time, and I'm adding everybody as a SCENTSY consultant to my page. And I'm right there with you, mile a minute, being like, I need to process Jilleysue style.
And we crammed a lot. We crammed a lot in this. We can also break this down more and do maybe 1 a month or 1 a quarter so that we can dive into each area more specifically, and it doesn't seem like so much, because people tell me to talk for 10 minutes on social. I'm like, you can't. There's just too much.
That's because you are an expert at it. And the best part is Jill can give us that overhead view of why we want to do these things. But for me, like I'm dead serious, you guys. 12 years, almost 13 years into SCENTSY. I am right down here head spinning with the rest of you when it comes to social media. So let's just, if one thing or one nugget that Jill said spoke to you tonight, just focus on that one thing. And here's the best part. We are rounding out this call tonight by giving you something focused to use with whatever platform you're currently comfortable. So again, Jill's giving us that overhead view, and we are going to tone it down. Whatever you're good at right now, you need to get in the habit of sharing the correct things on that platform that you're comfortable with. Jen, you want to pop in and say something?
I just want to say social media is great, but use it to enhance your business. Don't stop what you're doing. Don't stop anything. And that wasn't the point of our call, is to say, go for social media. We want you to use it to enhance your business, but the little bit that you use it correctly, use it the right way. Take Jill's tips and use it that way, but don't stop what you're doing, because what you're doing is what's working. Whatever has gotten to you to where you are, keep doing that.
And here's where also, from my perspective, where I turned a corner with social media. Now, granted, I've got a long way to go, because again, that's one place where I struggle with consistency. But it used to matter to me most that I was posting and the people I knew were seeing it. And then I turned a corner when I realized it's the people I don't know that I want to be seeing it. And that's the biggest aha moment you can have with social media. And that really is kind of the moral of Jill's story, is that, haha, pun intended, moral of your story, moral of your Instagram stories. But you want people that don't know you to see your stuff. That is how you're casting your net out further. The people that are in your life already know you're a rock star with SCENTSY. They already know you love the products. They already know they could come to you and get it if they want it or they need it. We need to be casting our nets out past our circle and meeting people out there, because every person you meet, okay, look at me right now. Maribel, I want your eyes on me. Everybody, look at me. Every single person that you meet has a circle of influence of 250 people. Okay, do you know what that means? Every single person that you come in contact with, you have the ability of impacting 250 people that they know, if you impact them and make a good impression with them. So you meet 3 new people a week. That is 750 people that you have the potential of reaching with your business, not because you reach the masses, but because you spent time making 3 good contacts in 1 week. So where Jill talks about connecting with people over a hashtag like mason jars, or connecting with people over camping in Maine, you are finding people where you have a common denominator with that isn't SCENTSY, and you are going to become social media buddies with them, so that they can start watching what you're doing and you can start watching what they're doing. This is the beautiful part of network marketing. And so that's the point. You need to get into the mindset of thinking, I don't need every SCENTSY consultant in the company to see what I'm doing. I need people I don't even know yet to see what I'm doing. And that is your goal. Have your personal page for your personal stuff so that your grandma can see your kids on social media, but have a really good place where you focus your energy with your business, where you keep it fun, but you keep it about business and you keep it public. Cool? That's the moral of the story. Here's what we did. We put together a focused, and you guys, I want you to be mind blown by this. All we did was type up some products from your catalog. You all have this information, but sometimes when you make it really pretty and you put a checkbox next to it, it becomes like, I don't know, a tool. And so for me, I want to print mine out and laminate it and get a dry erase marker, and I'm just going to duplicate it every single time I fill up all the checkboxes. I'm going to start over. You want to see what it is? Can I share my screen? Is that how we're going to do this?
Yeah, and I also just dropped it in the chat, so they can see it there.
Perfect. Well, I'll share my screen anyways. I want you to be mind blown. This is something you've never seen before. These products that are listed, you've never seen them before. You've never heard of this. So I really want you to be excited. But and what we were going to do was give you some ideas on what to do with this information. We don't have time to talk about all of it, but the right-hand side of this document is completely blank and empty so that you can brain dump ideas. Okay, here's what we're looking at. I'm gonna share my screen. Share. Except, you know what? I gotta find where I put it. Here it is. Oh, but you know what? That's not very big. Hold on. I meant to pull up the actual file, but this is the fastest place I can go. Okay, so can you see this okay?
Yep.
It's a little zoomed in, but yeah.
Of course it is. Of course. You know me and my mouse issues always, all day.
You want me to share it?
Yeah, can you? Can you share it, Cal? Thank you. I thought I had it minimized, and I guess I didn't.
It's so unlike Callie to save the day, huh?
Oh, gosh.
I
Or
wish
know
Jen
everything
Isaac
about...
created this.
Uh,
Would have been a great graphic if Jen made it.
Well, because Jen is talented.
It looks like I made it.
Oh, it's beautiful though. It really is. It makes my heart happy.
This, I know, you've never seen this before, right, guys? It is a list of our products by their category with check boxes. When you share on social media how the heck you change the wax in a light bulb warmer, put a check mark. When you demonstrate that a mini warmer can be used on a tabletop base, put a check mark. When you demonstrate you hanging a new car bar in your car, put a check mark. When you go on your stories and you're dropping 2 pods in your SCENTSY Go and you're going, woo, boom, 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 put a check mark. When you are taking SCENTSY Fresh and spraying the dog bed with it and you're posting it on your stories or posting it on social or posting it in your VIP page or posting it on your business page, put a check mark. How do you find this? We are going to make this available to all of you. We made this as a tool for you. It is and like I said, I'm going to print mine, laminate it, use a dry erase marker, because if when I do one video on premium diffusers, this video this month, I might do it changing through the different colors on the diffuser. But next month, when I show that premium diffuser again, or whenever I get around to showing it again, I could show how to clean it. I have 4 or 5 different things I could show about. I could unbox a premium diffuser and plug it in for the first time with a dryer disc. Open your dryer, throw a dryer disc in, show the box, your story is done. We're talking simple, but it is, if you don't show your public how you're using our products, they have no reason to buy our products. Because if they don't think you're using it, they don't need it. But how many times, like Jill said, she bought something for her sink. She doesn't even know she's going to use it, but the video, that happens to me all the time. You guys, you know when you're scrolling Facebook and a video pops up of somebody, like mine recently is the prep deck. Has anybody gotten the video for the prep deck lately? Okay, every time, I know that I won't even use it, but it's such a good video that I want it. I feel like I'm missing out because I don't have it. Same with SCENTSY. If you're sharing, here's the goal. Our goal is to have you share 1 product a day. 1 product every 2 days. Intermix. Put 1 in your story every day. Put 1 on your VIP page every day. Put 1 on your business page every day. Whatever it is. And if you don't have one of these products, then that is certainly something you can circle or highlight to use your host rewards for the next time you have an order going in where you have host rewards to use. If you don't have a fragrance flower to demo, that should be the top of your list to get a fragrance flower so you can put it in your house. You can show a video on unboxing it. You can show a video of you smelling it. You can show a video of you putting the flower in the oil. You can show a video of you having it stylized in your bathroom or on your nightstand. You can then show yourself coloring the edges of the fragrance flower and showing how after 3 days that color has created an ombre flower. That's 5 or 6 different videos on 1 product.
Can I add something here real quick?
Yes.
Because I want to say, when you do that and then you download those videos, if you do them on Instagram stories, you download it, it ties back into what we shared last week about, or whatever week it was, I can't even keep track of them, but when we shared about using those videos in your Facebook parties, right, and demoing them, and then using that Facebook live time to talk more about the opportunity, thank your host, talk about parties, that type of thing. So that's giving you that content to then use in a completely different place, but it's multifunctional. And when you're using your product for those things, it's marketing and it's a tax write-off. So there's lots of ways that those all tie in together to help you be successful.
Here's the other thing. If you are not comfortable making it a video and you're not comfortable yet using stories, a picture of my SCENTSY Go on my desk is more effective than a stock image of a SCENTSY Go. You can start by taking pictures and putting words over the graphic or over the picture. If you don't know how to do that, then maybe that's where you need to start, is learning how to take a picture and put words on the picture. And if you are already know how to put words on a picture but still don't want to go live or do a live video or do a story, put the words in the description, in the caption of the photo. The bottom line is do something that is showing your product consistently. And by having this checklist, maybe we all could get good together at being consistent on social media, because we have a reason to, because we have a checklist of products that we can showcase. What do you think? Thumbs up? It's easier than we all think it is. And every one of our products has at least 3 things that you could show about it in a live video or a story or a Facebook post or an Instagram post, whatever. And Jill, would you say, this is my thing, see, you might have to correct me. If I was doing this and on my stories every single day, I was doing one of these little snippets, like even if it's a boomerang of, the SCENTSY Go, would it benefit me to save each one of my product things as a highlight under like products?
Yeah. So there's multiple different ways you guys can check out mine. I'm not a fan of when people do all of the SCENTSY categories as your highlights, because remember, you want 80% of your account to be about everything else besides SCENTSY, because those are your connectors. So I have all of mine under, I think, fragrance. So everything that I show about SCENTSY, 80% of my world, and then 20% of that, it either goes under fragrance, or I made funny captions like tonight. I just, I took a picture, a boomerang of all of you guys, and I have one called work, W-E-R-K, to be funny. So when I'm doing trainings or stuff with the business is under work. Some of them are under like not join my team, but it says start now. They don't know what start now is. So anything about joining my team is under that. And then I think we all have different ones, and I have everything with the products under just fragrance, because that's what it is. And some are under decor, because it would fall under how I'm styling decor in my house. But yeah,
here's well, this is the biggest pushback that I've gotten, especially in doing some trainings with my team. They say to me, the reason I don't use stories is because it seems like a lot of work for it to only show for 24 hours. Okay. Now you're shaking your head because for you, it comes easy, and you don't think it's a lot of work, because we that have been trained on stories multiple times know that the premise behind stories is to be casual. It is not supposed to be anything that is studio produced or scripted, really, right? Because it's only there for 24 hours, so it can be super casual. However, to somebody just starting out where that is intimidating, they also feel like, why would I do all of this? Because it's only going to show for 24 hours.
Except in your highlights, if you save it to your highlights, it stays forever.
So there's the answer for where if you are making these little product snippets to share, save it in your highlights, and it won't be gone forever. It'll still be a part of your social media.
And when you add hashtags, guys, to those little, or location's a big one that's been popping up for me. If I do a boomerang or whatever, at the top, and if you go to if they've posted it yet, my one for convention, I actually kind of dive in here a little bit of how to do some of this stuff. If this is all like crazy weird stuff to you, but in the little sticker when you're in your story, I'm in a boomerang right now, but there's a little sticker at the top, and it gives you all of these options to add hashtags or location. If I'm somewhere, I can add like Coral Springs, and people from the area are finding me just because I've added location on there. Or there you go, Callie's showing it. So in the sticker area, you can add where you are. If you're at the mall and you're checking out a store, or you're you're doing something in your office and your town is Coral Springs like me, you add, and you can make it super, super tiny. So it doesn't have to, and Callie's showing you, it doesn't have to overtake your story. But do me a favor, take a picture of anything tonight and just press on a bunch of stickers, because the easiest way to learn this, you can't mess it up. One, if you don't save it to your highlights, it disappears in 24 hours. But just pressing this stuff, you will get better and better. You'll click on something and go, oh, I didn't know it even did that. Or, oh, I added that. Like, just start clicking on stuff. You can't mess anything up. And the fact that you'll see your account start going from 2 people watching to, I think now on a daily basis, my Instagram stories are seen by over 1,300 each story, 1,300 people a day. That's a lot of people. And if you add a hashtag or whatever, every time someone, Instagram's cool because every time someone clicks on something, if they click on your account or they click to DM you or they click a poll or they, not the swipe up yet, but if they click anything on there, it's telling Instagram, oh, this person likes that account. And every time someone likes something on your account, it's going to show you more and more and more. So that means without even leaving your house, you have the potential to be in front of 2 people more than you were yesterday, 3 people more than you were the day before, but you have to do it every single day on something. If you can't post 10 stories a day, post 1 tomorrow and start there.
Yep. And because the biggest pushback that anybody gets or gives with regards to using stories and Instagram and embarking on this social media journey is, I don't know what to post. We've answered that question for you tonight. You have a checklist you can print and laminate, or you can print and check off. You can do whatever you want with it, but it is something to hold you to being consistent and having something to post and focus on so that you can get better along with me. Let's get better at this. Wanna?
Yeah, I mean, it's
awesome.
And don't forget, guys, it's anything. Books you're reading, shows you're watching, places
anything.
You're reading, envelopes you're using, Amazon finds that you find, plants that you're buying, anything. Those are all connectors. So anything you're doing tomorrow, I want like us to pop in your head and like, oh, I just got a new mouse pad. I'm going to snap a picture because someone's going to say, hey, I like that donut mouse pad. Like you have something to offer, but if you show nothing, you have nothing to offer. So you have to show up and show up every day, slowly, baby steps. It'll get easier and easier every day.
Just like you all showed up here tonight with us. Thank you.
And I think real quick, I'll just say, I don't know, we want to wrap it up because we're at the hour, but I'm going to post this graphic in my group page. So for those of you in my group, I'm sure the other leaders can do the same. And we can all go through and we can share different things in the comments to brainstorm and get those ideas so you can think of more things like, okay, did I mention talking about it as gifts? Get the 3-pack so it's gifts. Do I mention like putting bundles together for gifts? Do I talk about how it can be used in the camper or how I clean it? Wait, I don't know how I clean my warmer. You said you clean it, you know, all those things. So network together, we're better together. And the more we share, the more we all grow. So
follow us all on Instagram so we can see what you guys are doing. And I have a couple other documents I'll share with the leaders too, to share with you guys, lists of things that you can post that you wouldn't even dream of. And that'll jog your memory and help you get started tonight. I want to see all of you tag us all tonight. Take a picture right now of this training and tag us and say great time on shift so that people say, hey, what were you on tonight? It's a great way to strike up conversation. So I want to see all of you guys on Instagram and Facebook stories tomorrow.
You guys, thank you so much.
Sorry. Oh, can I just add one thing? If your calendar isn't full right now, if you don't have all the parties that you want to have, do that first and then start your stories. So guys, fill your calendar, make sure that you are doing income producing activities, make sure that you have everything set up, and then use this to enhance your business. But do the things right now that are going to be able to share SCENTSY with people.
Awesome. You guys, thanks for spending Thursday with us.
Make it happen.
Nothing changes if nothing changes, Heather would say.
That's right.
Night, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Night. Thanks for doing this training.